Hi, guys. I hope you're out there and you're hopping on with me today. It is Tuesday morning and I am watching for you. So we'll give it a couple minutes before we start. I'm going to talk about why I chose to be a non dietitian, why I don't describe diets. So, going to watch for your comments. And if you hop on, give me an emoji. Give me a hi. Let me know you're on so I can see you in the comments because I love to see you guys when I go on these lives. Okay, so if you're watching the replay later, just hashtag replay so I can come on and answer your questions or come back and see that you joined. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, I guess it really is, you guys, it's my journey and it's how I got to the point where I am today in my journey as a dietitian. And I guess I want to start by asking one question to you guys. How much time have you spent on diets, counting calories, juice cleansing, going on clean eating plans? I just want you to think about that, first of all. And I want you to ask yourself one question. Has it been fulfilling for you? Maybe two questions. Has it been fulfilling to you? And is it sustainable? And so I guess what I realized in my journey as a dietitian was that it wasn't sustainable, and it honestly wasn't ultimately living. So that's what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today, is how I got here, because I'm not special and anyone can make the bridge, can make the change just like I did. It's not easy. It's kind of going against the grain. We're kind of counterculture here with ditching diets when everyone is dieting. So, hey, let me know who you are. Okay, so somebody's on, but if you grant StreamYard access, I can see who you are. But I'm glad you're here. So intuitive eating, this is the thing that we always talk about in this group. So intuitive eating is the polar opposite of these things. It made so much sense to me because I can relate to it, you guys, from my personal story that I'm getting ready to tell you. So I think if you would have asked me 5 years ago, even just 5 years ago, guys, if I would have been telling you not to diet, if I would have been talking about intuitive eating, no, I wouldn't have been at all. Honestly, 5 years ago, if you guys knew me as the pantry doctor, I was talking about how to get a flat belly. I was talking about weight loss. I was talking about all those things. So if you guys are hopping on, I don't know if, say hey so I can see who you are. I don't know if you remember me when I was the pantry doctor, when I was literally doing all those things. So I had this really I guess I would call it, I had a come to Jesus moment, right? Where I knew weight loss was not the answer. Good morning, guys. Hey, let me know your name so I can see you, because I'm using StreamYard, and I'll show you guys how it shows up. Hey, Facebook user. I know, you have to grant StreamYard permission to use your name so I can see you. And so yeah, I'm glad you guys are joining me today. I'm telling you about my come to Jesus moment when I realized that diets don't work. So hey, what you guys can do is you can say, hey, this is whoever, and then I'll know you're on. So that'll work, because I like to chat with you guys when you're on live with me. But back to my come to Jesus moment when I realized diets didn't work and I knew weight loss was not the answer. It's literally the opposite. Hey, okay, Billy and Daryl, good to see you guys on here. So I'm talking about really weight loss doesn't work. So I had to do a lot of digging, a lot of research, you guys, because literally what I learned in school was the opposite. You guys, I'm going to be honest, we were literally learning in school how to get people eating disorders. And there's no other way to put it. Hey, Laura. I'm glad you're on. Laura, I have to share this comment. It's great. Yes. Yes. It was that moment. I remember that moment when I was sitting with one of my, I feel, okay, God connects us to people in our lives, right? And I met this girl a long time ago when she was a pharmaceutical rep and I was repping Boost nutritional supplements. And I was in these doctors' offices in North Carolina. And we connected because we both were going through a divorce and we both were runners. And we're much later in life, she got married, she had kids, we stayed in touch, and she went back to school to be a dietitian. And I've been a dietitian for so long, right? And we met in Charlotte one weekend, and she starts telling me about intuitive eating in her dietetic internship. And I was like, looked at her like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. Yeah, I'm intuitive with my eating. And that was my come to Jesus moment, I guess, when she said, you can't diet and be an intuitive eater. You can't lose weight and be an intuitive eater. That's not what I help people do. And I was like, I help people be intuitive eaters. And I had no idea what this meant. So she actually taught me. But she put the seed in my brain for me to begin researching what this intuitive eating really is. And you guys, that's when I realized that we're going to school as dietitians and we're coming out of school and we're giving people eating disorders, literally. So in school, I learned about biochemistry and macronutrients and how foods are broken down in the body and metabolized and absorbed, all that science techie stuff. Somebody the other day said, Wendy, you're so technical. It made me want to laugh, but I guess that's what we were taught too. We were taught about all this. So I began to learn more about this intuitive eating and health at every size. What do you mean you can be healthy at every size? Like I didn't get that. I had no idea when, my girlfriend in her dietetic internship was telling me this stuff, not even maybe 5 years ago. And I had no idea. I was like, what is she talking about? You just can't just eat anything you want. What? Okay. Fast forward to today. Let me just say that I love everything I do about the work that I do with clients today. I love helping people heal their relationship with food. You guys, but it took me a long time to get here, to get to where I am right now. So let me tell you a little bit about how I got here. I was just typically a good student. I was going through school. I did what we were taught in school. I was training people. I got out and I was training people to get healthy. But they didn't teach me about weight bias. I never even heard that term. I heard weight loss all the time, but I never heard this term, weight bias. And I thought we had to eat a certain way in order to be healthy. So I, like a good little student, good little dietitian, all of us type A's out there, I start creating meal plans and I start creating detoxes. And most of all, I'm putting people on a scale in my practice. And, now I know, now after all this time, I know that discriminating someone for their weight is more harmful than just having a French fry. But I didn't know that then. So here I go, passing out meal plans and going on TV to show this new green smoothie bikini body workout. This was just a few years ago, guys. Wrote a book, co-authored a book on how to eliminate food for your gut health. And I realized that I wasn't seeing results that I hoped for, that I wanted to see in my clients. I wanted to help people. That's why I went into this field. But I realized that people weren't reaching their goals and they're healthy goals, right? And it wasn't because I didn't know enough about nutrition, because let's face it, if it was all about nutrition, then we could all just go online and Google, because there's enough information out there. But this wasn't the issue. And, we'd all be good right now if all we needed was information, but we're not. We actually have too much information. So what I was doing was I was creating a lot of fear around food for people. And I was like, okay, cut this out, try this supplement, take this powder. And honestly, people were beating themselves up. They were scared to try. They were scared of these foods. I was creating fear around foods. They might do well for a little while, right? And then what happened? They'd fall off the wagon, and then they would beat themselves up because shame, guilt, all the things. And they'd be consumed with this guilt and shame because honestly, you guys, I had unrealistic expectations. And I was a huge victim of diet culture. I was manipulated by diets for years. So I wanted to change this, and I resonated with this intuitive eating message and this health at every size. And I was researching and I was learning, and I saw changes. I saw changes in my own life. So, despite my best efforts as that dietitian that I started out as in school, I just wasn't able to maintain those unrealistic lifestyle expectations. Honestly, you guys, I was causing some of the gut distress that I was seeing in clients. Here I was doing all the things, and I was actually causing the distress. Now I know this. So I realized that this traditional model that we all learn it's not working, and it doesn't work for clients long term. So then everything I'm doing with my clients is focused on these external things, not internal cues. So my clients, they didn't trust how to listen to their body's signals and know when they're hungry and they're confused about what they should eat. So they expected me to teach them or tell them what to eat. But honestly, now I know that's not my job. My job is to help you understand what's best for you and for your body. So my clients, they didn't understand or know what their own personal preferences were when it came to food. And when you think about it that way, being an intuitive eater now, I'm thinking it's kind of sad, but that was me. I was there too, right? So I learned through all of this, and that's okay, because it's okay to learn new things from a different perspective. You guys, I still love health. I still love health and nutrition. I just don't moralize it. And I believe in intuitive eating and living. And I've worked through my own journey with this to heal my relationship with food and understand my own biases. And that's what part of this process is. It's becoming aware of your own thought patterns and your behaviors based on your beliefs, and shifting those thoughts and those perspectives and learning something new. So intuitive eating, you guys, it changed my life. I love this comment. Laura, can I show it again? Because I just love it. I kind of think it fits here. It changed my life. I'm going to leave it up. So intuitive eating, yes, it changed my life. And it changed the lives of the clients that I work with. It allowed me to not be so preoccupied with food. I call it diet brain up here. You're always in your head. You're always thinking or calculating or your mind is always on food or numbers. So it allowed me to get out of my diet brain and really start living my life and being present. When I found that I wasn't always thinking about food, guess what? It opens up a whole lot of doors to find genuine joy in your life and just be around people. Think about how different that would be if you could go out to dinner or go out to eat and not be calculating macros or calories or a menu. Like, you're just able to say, this sounds really good. I think I'm going to eat. I'm going to order this, instead of analyzing the menu for days, and just order it and be with the people you're with. So I followed my gut instinct, and it brought me to this work today with clients. That's how I got here. And it's scary. It's scary. I'll be honest, when people knew me as this pantry doctor person and I'm out there, that was my brand. It was a big piece of my identity. And I'm sitting here trying to argue with myself like it's not, but it was this identity that I created. And sometimes I find that's the hardest part with intuitive eating. It's maybe you're listening to me and you're the healthy one. You're the fitness coach. You're the RD to be. Maybe you're another RD. Maybe you watch this in the replay and you're another dietitian. It can be hard to be like, how are people going to see me when I don't prescribe diets anymore? How are people going to see me if they see me eating a donut? And it can be scary. So I just want to say that I'm really so proud of the work that I've done to get here, proud of the women that I work with. I feel really grateful and really honored and blessed for each and every one of you that are listening today, that showed up, that come into the programs to work with me. And really, I'm going to end it with this. Well, I'm going to end it with this, and I have an announcement. But I'm going to leave my story with this, that it is my mission to help you break through any limiting beliefs that are holding you back from the women that you are created to be. Because I know that you are meant to be so much more than worried about what's on your salad after you work out. So when I get off the phone with clients now, y'all, I want to flip my desk over and get so excited, because this was the work. This was the work that I was meant to do. And you were meant to hear this. Like, we're not supposed to be trapped in diet brain. That's not why we're here. So that being said, I have an announcement. So 2020 is, we're ending 2020 here. It's been rough in so many ways, but this is not a Debbie Downer announcement. So I have been working on some powerful self-care and intuitive eating practices to help you guys round out this year and end it on a high note. I'm not thinking about the rest of 2020 now. We're moving on to 2021. So you're in the right place. First of all, if you're in this group, I'm so excited and happy you're here. You're on here today. I have planned something for you guys, which is really a space for you to take a pause. I want to give you a loving space for you to be a safe space. Create a container for you to succeed and not stress this year as we're heading into the holiday season. I know that can be stressful. So I planned something for the weekend of December 5th and 6th. I'm hosting a virtual retreat to give you guys some major support. As I know, I've been feeling it all this year too. I'm working with Dr. Sarah Smith. She's in the group. She's not live today, but she's going to come on live on Thursday. And if you guys haven't met her, I interviewed her in past events. It's her video should be up. But she helps women through her work as a physical therapist and yoga instructor, tap back into their pelvic floor, their core, which ultimately, guys, is tapping back into your body. So we got together and we are hosting this virtual retreat to help support you guys because we're feeling it this year too. And I met her through another group online and we connected, and we really wanted to gather this community of you amazing women and find the gift of freedom together with you. So everything can still feel pretty isolating right now. And I think it's time to connect with a group of real women that really want something different this year. No diet talk, lots of tangible steps towards food and body freedom that I'm always talking about. So we know that during the pandemic this year, you might have been finding food and or body stuff really harder than usual. And so I wanted you to know that we created this. We're here to support you and see you to the other side as we head into 2021. We're heading up and out. So we combined our signature philosophies and created a space that was going to be engaging. It's going to be fun, you guys. We need fun and a loving space. So we can just ease on out of 2020 together. So if you spend way too much time thinking about food up here, too much time and energy, if you find yourself with brain fog, I call that from diet brain, lacking energy, lacking focus, do you blame yourself for not having motivation? First of all, that's not your fault and is not you. Let's be clear. Nothing is wrong with you. If diets have not worked for you all these years, guess what? It is not you, it's them. So it's time to reverse that. Here's what you'll get as part of the Gift of Freedom virtual retreat. I'm going to go through it with you. So if you register by November 20th, you will receive, Sarah and I have curated a gift box filled with goodies to help you get through this weekend with us. So it's filled with things that you'll use during the weekend with us. You'll also get a vital and often forgotten training that makes or breaks your success with food and self-care freedom. So I'm excited for this one because this is Sarah helping us tap back into our core, using our pelvic floor and breathing, this vital and forgotten training. I'm excited to be a part of that. We're going to discover how to calm our nervous system the right way using mindful, meditative practices and simple tools. We're also going to learn the intersection of the physical, the mental, and the spiritual core and how you can activate your core confidence to create lasting shifts in your self-care. And I'm going to help you separate your weight from your worth. Okay, you're going to gather some straightforward and focused action steps so you don't have to be confused about how to break down these barriers between food and body freedom. I know it can get confusing, so we're going to give you some simple action steps to take with you. We're going to have a gathering, a mealtime simulation to gather and learn from each other's experiences. I'm going to lead you guys through this. So if you've not been through one of my mindful eating experiences, this is where I'll walk you through and we're going to eat together. We're going to learn how to resolve food cravings or what to do if we are craving. How to identify what our body wants and desires, and just find more satisfying ways to enjoy meal times. So on the second day in the evening, we'll wrap it all up with an evening decadent chocolate meditation. Sarah is going to lead us through to wind down and integrate all that we've learned during our sessions during the daytime. And this is December 5th. Join a supportive network of women who understand you right where you're at. And you guys, we're going to be there at the end for wrap-up Q&A too. So you guys, we're bringing our knowledge, we're bringing our experience to this weekend to help support you guys to get you through 2021 and really fearlessly get into 2021 and just move forward. We're not looking back. So I get it. This is a big decision this time of the year. There's so much else to focus on right now, especially, but we truly feel like taking care of yourself is a powerful step towards change. I know this work can seem to feel overwhelming and heavy at times, especially, you guys, if you're doing this alone, or if you're trying to read a book and do it alone, or if you're pulling out different podcasts and trying to listen and do it on your own. It can be really hard. So we want to make this weekend fun for you. We want to cut through all the crap that's out there, too much information, you guys, and give you the truth so that you are walking into 2021 with a clarity and a confidence around your food choices. And not to mention the self-care, you guys, the stress management techniques. We could all use more of that, especially this year. So honestly, you guys, we'd be tickled if you would join us in this retreat. And so I just wanted to invite you guys to join us on this retreat. If you're interested, you can comment and let me know if it's time to put yourself first this year. I'll leave the link in the description when we hop off. But it was so glad to, you guys, I think I'm getting a little hungry. I'm getting a little hangry brain here. I'm going to have to go eat when we get off and get me a snack. But it was so good to see you guys on here today. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And I would love to see some of you inside of our Gift of Freedom retreat in December. All right. Have a good day, guys.